Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
It's a good evening. My name is Muhoozi, and we stream live every Friday at 5 p.m. On our show, Face the Nation, where we bring to you wonderful people that have made some contribution towards the development of our society, to face the nation and answer any controversies, if any, and or advise what is happening in their lives, but most importantly, in their fields. Today is a Friday, 5 p.m. We stream live on our Facebook pages, The Alternative Uganda, Dig Talk TV, and also our YouTube channel, The Alternative Uganda. Being Friday, we are blessed to have Sir Simon Muyanga Lutaaya. For those of you who don't know the history of a title, Sir, it's a very wonderful title that they give to people that have done wonders in society. And I want to believe that it wasn't just given to him anyhow, because there are very few Sirs as we speak. The last one being Sir Gordon Wavamuno, who got the title in 2013. We have a few other Sirs, Richard Kijuka. Now we have Muyanga Lutaaya, Edward Mutesa, two, and very few.
The Basoga have William Wilberforce Nadio. So
you are the second Sir in Busoga? I'm privileged to have the second Sir in Busoga. Sir Simon Muyanga Lutaaya. Say hello to our viewers of Dig Talk TV, sir.
I'm grateful, first of all, that I have met you.
Thank you.
Your name is big.
Hey, you can go with Norman, yeah? If
Norman.
To him it's too long.
No, what I mean, you're a brand. Norman to Muhimbise is a big name. You're one of the young, bold men. And I believe you are progressive, that later in the years, it will be what we have been, or even better. I'm glad to be here.
Too humbled. I do not want to begin at the higher note, but people have mentioned and rather considered you as, how do I call it? I don't want to use the word nomad, but let's just use it. You are this other political nomad. I remember you back in the day in FDC, literally withdrew, but also contested for MOP. I don't want to say that you lost or you were about to win. It's going to be a two-way traffic. So what informed your decision to run from the key, you drop the key and run to the bus?
First, when I started the politics, I started as a member of the Democratic Party.
Yeah, sure.
Especially its youth wing, the Uganda Young Democrats. We worked with it under the leadership of Ambassador Baswali Muhammad Kezala, among others. And we progressed until 2007, while I was district councillor in Jinja. I realized that the Democratic Party was not moving. That some of the people we are working with also had secret dealings with who they considered or who we consider as an enemy. So when I listened to Dr. Kiza Besige, one time at Jinja Town Hall, at that time I had been contacted by Engineer Nyima because me, Paulo Moiru, Molawa Jackson, Charles Karazan had a secret meeting in Jinja with Engineer Nyima. As a young man. And I want to thank her for really having taken time
to reach out.
And therefore to reach out. So we talked about something before Dr. Besige came. And when Dr. Besige came, we had a meeting at Jinja Town Hall. He talked. He impressed me. And the next thing I did was to join him. First, as a person I admired, but later I thought an association of me and him would be the FDC. And that's how I got into the FDC. Of course, you cannot overlook the inspiration by Proscovia Salam Musumba, the clarity with which she articulates her issues.
Yeah.
So I thought DP, UPC had made their historical mistakes where my father and my grandfather were. So I thought there should be a party whose historical mistakes will be blamed on me. The way I blame my parents for the others. So I joined the FDC, and I think for 20 solid years, I've been a member of the FDC. I've made my secret contributions that some know, others don't, but great, great, great contributions. I can tell you, for example, that I was part of the media promotion of the walk to work protests. Because then I was in office as a chief news editor at a certain TV station, and I used that opportunity to promote. I must say I was one of the few people who would know first how Dr. Vesige would move out the following day. And before he reached wherever he reached, our cameras were right there. It can just not be by accident.
Yeah, sure.
It was planned.
And you joined FDC?
So I joined FDC, where I have been until I've seen FDC disintegrate, I must say. Yeah. At first I was very sad. I started quarreling, even on this platform, saying, no, our party is going, our party is going. Instead of my friends calling us to address what we thought was going wrong, they simply maligned us and say, Wali day, you ate. Yeah. Go and dine with the dictator. Go and do something. And the fools telling me to go and dine with the dictator were actually getting a bigger portion of the food than myself. I said, me, I always leave a straight line. That's why I've had many people say, maybe I'm not a politician. I said, no. What you are doing in secret, let us do in the open. And I went out. So maybe when I got there...
Where now? FDC?
I've now left FDC.
You and played some bit of independence for lack of another word.
I stayed for some time there.
Reading the dynamics.
Yes, and went back to the media actively. So I went back to Baba TV. While there, I get an opportunity to hear what politicians were talking about General Muhoozi Kainerugaba. And then I said, is it policy by this political party that if you have battled the father, so we must battle the son?
And the Holy
I said I have issues with the father, but I don't have issues with the son. That statement was a confession to them that I have crossed to the other side. And luckily I got an opportunity to sit with the man.
And eat from him. That's what they say. Maybe shall substantiate.
I sat with General Muhoozi Kainerugaba first to understand him. I wonder, because there was a lot of said about this man. You know, the guy is luxurious, the guy is a drunkard, the guy is dense, the guy is this. I said, oh, I wish I would get closer to understand
this drunkard, as they call him.
To look at this drunkard. I got the opportunity. I sat with him 2 good hours, 4 quick questions that he asked each other, and I answered, and I got a different perception of the man.
What your assessment of the 4 you mentioned?
And from that assessment, I chose that not because he's Museveni's son, but because of what he speaks and what he stands for, I will support him. And to date, I don't regret. I support Muhoozi. I have no regrets at all.
You see, Sir Lutaaya, you want to, I don't want to say that you want to confuse our people.
Tell me.
And in this way, you go on to oppose the father, right? What drastically changed for you to now say, the Museveni I was opposing in 2011 and in 2016 and other years has now become some bit of an angel. Now I have to run to the bus and drop the key. Save for the confusion in the FDC. Perhaps one would have believed
from the father.
That he should have maybe joined another force than the very, very bus you were opposed to good years ago?
Let's start from the father, the element of the father.
Yeah, sure.
My father was a poor man. My father was a senior to drop out. My father was little known. My father never moved out of Uganda. I am well educated. You understand?
Yeah.
Me, the Luganda one is, me, I don't belong to abasomako. I belong to abasomera. Nze nasomera ddala. Abamu bamwe mwasomako. That's one. So I have studied better than my
your parents.
Economically, I am better than my father. I have moved out of this country more times to more destinations than
they ever even attempted.
Father. So because of that, I believe that a child can be better than the father. My son, Warren University, will be better than myself. I do not even want to limit him to myself. I only want him to be better. The motto at my home, when I talk to my children, I tell them I could have made mistakes in life. There could be things I have done in a way that displeases you. You can't condemn me or you can't change them. One thing you can do, to be better
and avoid them.
So, I do not want to think that whatever evils we are choosing Mr. Museveni of doing, Muhoozi will do.
Sir Simon, I'm taking you back.
Take me.
To the question you want to avoid, and I will not accept that you avoid it. Leave alone the son. We are talking about the father. You opposed him wholeheartedly, because you see the difference between this discussion, myself and you, is because we were together at some point when we were opposing this man.
We are together.
So yeah, now I want to ask, on behalf of our viewers, when did you now realize that this man, I am sorry, like Baganda said, no, I think Catholics, go sing the dollar, now this man is right than the opposition. When is that? That's first answer that before we go to the son.
I still oppose Museveni.
You were contesting, you wanted his flag. Okay, proceed.
I was not standing to get a Museveni flag.
NRM.
NRM,
which you know there's no democracy. From
Jesus
day one
Christ.
when we were together, you used to say there's no democracy.
Normally you are educated. Normally you are educated. At least you reason better. I did not stand to get a Museveni flag.
Do you consider that? Okay, let's first proceed. Okay.
Are we there? I stood on the NRM ticket.
Presided over by as a party?
For now, the chairman is Mr. Museveni.
Yeah.
How about if I want to be chairman and do better?
And do you think is there any green light in your view, with your expertise and experience in Uganda's politics, with where his position is ring-fenced?
No.
And you know it as a media
No, man. Let me complete this. I said I still oppose Museveni.
I think it's between you with your God.
The individual, yes.
It's between you and your God.
The difference between me and the others who oppose him is, do I oppose and condemn? Or do I oppose and attempt to rectify? The difference that I belong to the latter.
Yeah.
I want to oppose with the solutions. Because the Baganda have two things. If you have a problem yourself and you have two friends, one of them comes and tells you in secret and says, you know what? This thing is not good. The things you do, for example, the suit you normally put on, it's not very good. That's one friend.
Yeah.
Then you find another one in public with other friends saying, but this man is a suit also. Oh, he has nobody to advise. Both are your friends. One of them is a real friend. Now, I want to oppose from within. I oppose with the solutions, because here I'll be playing. I oppose, I shout, I have solutions, nobody listens, because they already think I hate them. They say, what would he say? After all, he hates us. But if I identify, like we're talking about elections now, these elections we have just concluded, whatever mistakes happened in elections, I want to speak about them from within. And I want us to be together with those who have been charged to find the solutions to these problems.
You see, Simon, for the time I have known you, and I should put it on record, you are one of those most brilliant people. I don't want to call you young.
Most brilliant.
I'm saying one of to me.
Oh,
but then, if it can take you 20
pleasure.
years to realize that, look, it's high time I oppose from within, you will make me doubt.
It may. But how much time has it taken you to Himbise to do an interview with me?
We, of course, it has taken us time to secure an appointment.
You
But 20 years down the road, what has, I mean, there must be something. Did you carry some bit of a sack of, you know, people say,
sack of money.
Sacks of money to compromise your inter alia reasoning and observation of things?
Every idiot has said that.
Yeah,
every
sure,
fool has said that. But in all honesty, as a Christian who was baptized, I belong to the Anglican Church of Uganda. Before me, anybody and my God, I've never picked NRM money. I have never picked NRM money.
Have you been threatened?
But last week, while we are going to elections, a big official in NRM gave me 3 million for the campaigns, just to support my campaigns.
Just fair.
Not as an official position that the party gave me and I signed on their party vouchers, but as a friend to say, Muyanga, you are new here, go battle.
Were you threatened, or you thought that or you became, of course these are English words, we shall use them, or you lost hope that opposition wasn't headed anywhere?
I was angered.
And then you were angry.
I was angered.
So does that mean that your crossing to NRM is not justifiable? It's just rather, it's moved by emotions?
I was angered because I've told you that I identified the mistakes. I thought we'd have a platform to discuss them and correct our party. Instead, we are labeled.
Are there individuals that angered you?
Oh, yes. In the party.
How? Do you ever find room to discuss your anger and find resolution?
Yes, I even went to Dr. Besige and said, Dr. Besige, official ABCD seems not to want our party. He doesn't reply to messages, doesn't pick calls, he has no time to listen to anybody. Even when you have grievances, Mr. A does not listen to us. And they said to me, Dr. Besige, what kind of party do I belong to?
So do you think...
The answer he gave me, you are not alone. He has treated others that way.
So do you think where you are, people pick your calls and answer your concerns as soon as you wish?
So far, the few I want, pick.
But of course, you see...
But I'm also not a man of calling people every day.
Sir Simon, when you have just entered a marriage or a relationship, there is that bit of pompous treatment and, you know... So maybe that is the case. You are this new darling now.
To the contrary, nobody in NRM has given me that pompous treatment. If anything, I think some people in NRM are not even aware that I'm in the party. Nobody has given me any pompous treatment. Nobody in that NRM. Except the common men who talk to you and say, welcome, you took long, you have been in the dark. Stay here. Don't waste time with those people. But for me to say that the president or the prime minister or the secretary general or deputy secretary general or anybody in the party has come to give me that pompous treatment. Pompous treatment. You're talking about treatment.
Yeah, sure.
Nobody. Even when maybe would enlist the when the speaker in Iganga welcomed me to the party and donned me in a yellow shirt, but the speaker of parliament holds no position in NRM until he's elected to be a vice chairperson of this or a second member. So she was doing it as because of a friend she knew from FDC who has joined her.
Viewers, I am with Sir Simon Muyanga Lutaaya. My name is Norman Tumhimbise. Every Friday,
very controversial, Norman.
5 p.m.
Very controversial.
I want to ask, you see, and if it's about controversy,
every time I look at you as Kanyehamba.
Now, let me ask you on behalf of our viewers, Sir Simon. Of all options, you mean you had left with one option in your pocket to run to NRM?
I had 2.
One?
Stay independent or political. 2, join a party.
Isn't joining NRM suicidal rather than remaining independent?
What is it? What is suicide about it?
Because what we read about you now, like, this is not the same one we know. He's sold his soul.
If people
do you still feel the? I mean, do you still feel the you know the like the reception amongst your colleagues? Like, Simon, anybody Simon? You know the thing.
I am the same original brand. I am as good as Kiwi. That's why you're here. My brand has not fed. That's why you're here.
With yellow.
That's why you're here.
Amazing.
Because nobody in NRM has told me to go and tell lies. That's number 1. Nobody in NRM has told me to go and abuse anybody. You understand? the values I got from my grandmother and my mother from the Anglican Church are supposed to be carried by me up to the last minute on my grave. No party, nobody, I can tell you, even NRM knows that they cannot assign me to do that work.
Sure.
They know I can't. It's not my nature. They know I can't.
Everyone that has joined NRM has said, I am taking my head. I don't know what happens between their home and the NRM offices. Sir Simon, you remember, no, I mean, we are on record. You remember how Dr. Tango Do used to be back in the day. You used to cover him. You used to interview him. Are you proud of?
I can tell you, Norman, you don't know Tanga.
You now know him because
I
you're
know
now part
Tanga
of. You're part of
better.
the.
Why?
Yeah.
Tanga taught me at Makerere for 3 consecutive years. Even in the class when Tanga used to teach us, he was one of the only 2-3 lecturers at the university who were known to be NRM.
But controversial.
Even in the class, we would battle him. He knew us opposition. He knew me for sure. He knew I was opposition. So every time we would come to teach, we would reach that level. We are teaching history of South Africa. We are talking about political parties and we are talking about politics. Then we are talking about, one time he set us a question of give the achievements and the failures of the NRM. That's a question in coursework. He went and he marked, and when we came back, he was interested in my paper, what I had put. So I put the achievements
and a few achievements and lots of
and failures. So the failures were more.
Yeah,
and
sure.
So he said, "You Nat, do you believe in these achievements?" I said, "Yes." "Don't you think these achievements are stronger than these failures?" I said, so we argued. So when he was appointed, I knew it was out of his loyalty. Tanga has always been NRM.
Okay.
He has always been, even in class, one time we quarreled because he would want to propagate NRM knowledge to us in class, use his advantage that because he has got us into a classroom to impart his NRM thing. Tanga, I can put my hand, has always been NRM, day and night.
Okay. Now
Even this mess he makes is not because he wants it. It's because he has an urge to correct. He wants to move to a party which is the most organized, the most right. He only forgets that the people with whom he's working are thinking different.
The same people you have chosen to join, and you think you change their mindset?
To correct from within.
This bus, okay.
I will correct from within.
You seem determined.
In my Buyuga, when you come to my village, I first slept in an iron-roofed house in 2014. In my village, forget when I was renting, but to say that this house is ours was 2014. My father had left a grass-thatched house. Today we are better.
That's not an institution, Simon.
Okay.
This is an institution
that
has its historicals.
Institution, I can tell
unshakable.
you. I have a million examples for you. When I started my work as a chief news editor, we are editing scripts by pen. The reporters would write in blue, would edit in red. Today we are using computers. You'd have to first of all write a story, fax it to Kampala, they edit it.
Send it
Today
back.
you edit instant. As we are reporting here, we are editing instant.
I should say you are
I was
determined.
one of the pioneers of live coverage. People did not know that at one time you can be somewhere.
And send
you press the button from there. When we had just started it, our friends were rushing to the newsrooms to collect the stories. Before they reach there, we have broadcast the stories. Anything is possible. Once you focus and say you want to change the NRM. Because it's not even Museveni the problem. Museveni can live, first wait, no man,
Simon.
no man. Museveni can live today.
But this is the same Simon who used to say
Museveni can live today.
Yeah, of course.
We take over the NRM and make it better.
So you
Has
are
Dr. Besigye not left FDC?
You are calculative. Where has it moved? How far has it moved?
You understand? It still exists.
But how far?
Are
you proud of the
I'm not
FDC?
proud. I'm not proud. But that's what I'm saying. You don't need to worry about Museveni. Because tomorrow, Museveni can get tired of his own thing and leave it the way Besigye left FDC.
I don't know I don't know which school they took you to, but honestly speaking, the way they
That's
have,
what I've been. That's what
the
I've
way
been
they have
speaking.
made you now.
I have always been open, and that's how they. By the opposition sent me to NRM before I joined NRM. They would speak dismissively. Take that to NRM before I joined it. Take that to NRM. You tell them the truth, because if you want to anger Uganda's opposition, tell them the truth.
Why do you want to? Why do you? The bit you also know that you want to. Some people want to anger them. Sometimes you don't tell them the truth. You mock them. But before before you begin mocking them, let me ask you, very many colleagues out there, and you see, sadly, in fact I should use it two ways. Sadly, unfortunately, you've been with them. You were with Betty Kamia, a diehard.
She left us.
Did she change it? She moved with the same thing, the same mindset.
No man, go slow. No, slow.
We are not in a hurry.
You have
so
reached.
did they change within?
We were with Betty Kamia, she left.
Yes.
We are with
Nashwara Chiyinji, this side she left.
We are with
Anita
Joyce
Mong
Sebugwawo,
left.
she left. We are with
Although
Anita Mong.
Tayebwa, this Thomas,
He
the same
left.
mindset. What have they changed?
He
Besides
left. Now, before you go to their mindset, can you investigate why they all left?
the same mindset of wanting to change from within. The same mindset you are taking to change nothing. Because you already have precedents that they haven't changed anything. Because we are here with you. You haven't changed anything. You also know, unless you want to say you want to change yourself, the same way they change themselves, my dear. They have convoys. I mean, they are doing well.
No, I am not that lucky. I'm not that lucky.
You had better come away like Bugembe Sang.
I don't.
Come back home.
But did I have convoys there for this? So am I missing
Not the
anything?
ones you want. Come here in a real struggle.
I had nothing. I have nothing. I miss nothing.
You're determined. We are with Sir Simon Muyanga Lutaaya. You see, before the passing of Kanyamba, he said it's very normal for someone to be controversial. And if anyone is not controversial, they lack a purpose to live.
No man, is our country progressing?
There is some bit of a yes, to be honest. I wouldn't want to say I am this progressive person that I wouldn't want to say that Uganda is as bad as Amin's era. I would be stupid
Very good.
to say it. But that does not mean that I should be clapped for a kid who chooses to run at 14 years and I'm like, oh my God, my baby has finally run.
If there is some progress, is it not just right that we nurture that little progress to become something substantial?
Come in a typical one. You have become another Otango Doi. A typical one. Hey, they are like anyhow.
I am straightforward. Here, the opposition weapon is propaganda and intimidation.
And you learned
they
the art
intimidate you with every nonsense, and they put propaganda.
And you learned the art of responding to them.
I cannot be beaten by that one.
Okay, you say.
By the way, Norman, let me tell you. You know, Museveni does not know me.
After signing you, now how can a team manager sign someone and they don't know the player?
Did he sign me?
They sent agents. You are signed. You are a signed agent.
Did he sign me?
You're not a free. You're not a free. They call it a free agent. You're not a free agent.
Yoweri Kaguta Museveni does not know me. He doesn't even have joined his party.
No.
If he remembers me, he only remembers me as a journalist on CBS, on NBS TV, and in press conferences. I've never received his call.
Maybe you're yet
I have never sat to discuss with him anything about the
Maybe you're yet to be appointed.
I'm not even bothered by Museveni. Me, I am bothered by what can we do to change the NRM to become the party you want. Because the leaders go. Nyerere left.
But he wasn't running a very shaky institution like this one here, for sure. With due honesty, this is so shaken. It's like a shaking tooth.
You know, I am not dealing with a journalist. I'm dealing with an activist.
Not really.
We're dealing with
this with a 3-in-1. Your friend, you were together somewhere. I don't want to say in the trenches, yeah, because it's not in trenches.
I was saying with the trenches because I would give you coverage. I would give you coverage.
So
that
now
coverage was promoting.
And you see, when you know, in our tradition, they say that when a daughter grows older, they get an opportunity to discuss with their motherhood discussions. And here we are. Discussing the motherhood topics. But to say, now let's go back to your activism and politics. Why do you hate Bobi Wine and NUP at large? No, this is news. You know it. And don't pretend that you don't know it. You know it.
That is treason.
To you saying that you like them.
No, you can't say that. That's
saying
treason.
That you like them.
Don't say that again.
Okay, let me even use this single shot.
No, man.
I am using a single shot.
That's
I am with
treason.
Sir Simon Muyanga Lutaaya, who many people say hates Bobi Wine
please don't complete that word.
Maybe I'll repeat it.
Don't complete that. Don't repeat that word. That can't be. My mother watches your shows.
Yeah, but that's what
my
I said.
mother watches your shows.
Is it the first time to hear it?
The assertion you are making can annoy my father. And when my mother is annoyed, I get annoyed completely.
Is it the first time to hear this?
It cannot be. Hate him for what?
Very good.
Hate him for what?
Tell our viewers.
This is a man I admire. I don't
With
even
all
have
the words you throw to them.
No. I don't even have 30%.
How unserious they are.
No. I love Bobi. You want me to speak? Where is the camera?
I don't know. There are very many.
Ladies and gentlemen, I love His Excellency Bobi Wine Kojange Robert Kyagulanyi. Openly emisana nechiro. It can never be said in Uganda where I live that I hate Bobi Wine.
What the foot soldier, like people would say.
But I disagree with Bobi Wine.
That is the but now.
Fantabulous.
Where they find that bat is hatred.
Those are two different.
And malice.
Those are two different. When my mother told me she wanted me to go to GNGSS, I said no. But I never stopped to school.
You didn't hate
my mother thought the school where I was cheaper in terms of academic performance, was poorer than GNGSS. I refused to join GNGSS. And say because they would have strikes. It was rowdy like that. That is way back in 1993. I refused to join GNGSS. I never stopped to school. I disagree with His Excellency Bobi Wine, but most importantly, I also disagree with the party called the National Unity Platform. No, many things. But we also agree on several others.
Without being a general speaker to a specific speaker, what are those specifics that you don't like about how NUP is run?
First, not how it's first. I have said always that I hate the way they abuse us.
Hey, you and who?
My anger with the NUP started from this. When the NUP supporters came and took up opposition space, and then they started abusing Dr. Besigye, and then telling us, nchoyo yagwako talina kyatugamba. It gave me a lot of pain. Well, it is a normal. Okay. It gave me a lot of pain. I drove to Kasangat to meet Dr. Besigye and said, Dr. Besigye, I am dying. These boys cannot appreciate what we have built to build on, but they just abuse us and say to inache to bagamba. Dr. Besigye, these kids write all over social media spaces abusing us and insulting us, even hacking obscenities. Tumuhimbise, my children are old. My daughters are 24, the youngest among the first group for us Basowe producing groups. The fourth one is 20th. It's 20 years, sorry. From 20 onwards. When you write obscenities about me, they read. And unfortunately, they come and say, Daddy, Atevi no. Why are you into a game that brings this? You have no answers to give.
You ever question yourself? Is everyone being abused that
can you listen? So, I told Dr. Besigye this was too much. This is what he gave me. You know, I think Besigye is a leader. He has not only gotten an opportunity, but he's a leader. This is what he gave me. He said, Mr. Muyanga, I understand your pain. I share into your anger. But what if it is also a trick by tormentors to do so and weaken you and divert you? But what if those are NRM people who camouflage as NUP to do that, to cause NUP trouble? I listened. You see that kind of reasoning? That's the leader we have. If it had been another leader. The same leader you deserted also, you added. I not desert Besigye, I deserted the struggle led by Besigye. I am now in a struggle led by Muhoozi.
But anyway, viewers, instead of to begin reasoning like lawyers.
No, sir. By the way, me, I went to NRM as PRU. I belong to Patriotic League of Uganda.
Where is it?
You don't know where it is.
No.
You know where it is. Do you need it anyway? Me who needs it knows where it is. When I want it, I know where to find it.
Like a shrine.
Do you find it? Is very good. It is there. This is there, very sweet, very progressive.
To where?
It is there and very progressive. The patriot, nothing,
Off record.
nothing. And I would love to keep meeting you so that you, who is an intellectual,
Indoctrining me as well.
no. I want you as an intellectual to reason intellectually. Do not be taken by fools to reason like them.
So Dr. Bessie advises you to rethink that it could be a truth.
He says it could. I said, no. Yes, but I said, Dr. Bessie, on these people's profile pictures, there is Bobi Wine's picture, there is NUP, there is Umbrella. They confess that we are the national unity platform. They do it and say, we are the national unity platform. I said, I mean, nobody forces me to belong anywhere. If you want NUP, belong. If you want FDC, belong. If you want another.
Big man himself to,
Who?
I mean, like Bobi Wine to discuss your concerns.
Oh, Bobi Wine, you know, I grew up in a conservative Buganda tradition. Bobi Wine is my mother, Muruganda. Okay, Kojange. You understand? That I cannot freely discuss with him anything that you people discuss with him. Oh, yes. Mangi. Bobi Wine, because now one of the things I know can cause trouble. If I go to Bobi Wine's home today, even if I'm going for an interview, I have to first kneel down and greet him. When they see that, what will they say? If they ever get that picture. But I must do it. You understand? If I go to him, I must kneel down and greet him. Now, if I went with your cameras and the cameras picked you, they would say something else. This is one thing. Number two, good leaders look out for the people they want. Museveni fishes us, whether they say is evil or what. Muhoozi ordered Michael Katunji and Samuel Nabeta to deliver me to him. Bobi Wine has never invited me. Bigirwa, I stay with Bigirwa here. He's forming a political party. We keep talking. For the 1 year we have been talking, it is only today that he has openly said, I welcome you to me to discuss politics. So, but Bobi Wine is one person who cannot summon me and I refuse.
So, to also use the Luganda word, now we made a Malala, and you wanted him to call you, I think Nange and you, sir.
Mama mpite, si Malala. Koja mpite. Koja ntume, ate netumanze, ate bwana nkube emiggo. Ani yagambye okukola ebyo. Mwana gwe emputu eyo, emputu banyo tulangira. Emputu y'ekisoga eyo. So, it's not Malala. But I wait for him. Because I can tell you, Norman, Bobi Wine suffers the same problem that Muhoozi suffers.
As in?
The people who see them from far mistake their identity. Yet when you get closer to them, you discover different people.
I want to
One
think,
time, while before this hot politics, Koja was campaigning for Benevia, what is that? MP, by election. So a lady called Nusifa Nakato told me to escort her to go and meet Koja. I went there. The discussion I had with Bobi Wine is so philosophical, so mature, that only him understands the struggle is on. The people around him simply don't understand it. They are there for the easy things.
Survival.
Bobi Wine told him he never even intended to become president of a party or president of anything, or a member of parliament. But he was confronted by the need to save others, to improve the welfare of others. He only fell short of the right method to do so.
Now, if I may ask, you mentioned that the CDF is not understood.
Many people don't understand him.
Now, I don't want to ask.
That's why even his tweets disturb you. Me, I just enjoy and laugh.
Now you see, that's exactly, you are preempting my question.
Yes.
Would you consider such a person as serious?
Very intelligent. Those tweets are intentional. And if you have studied political science, they are called political disruption methods. Non-violent political disruption methods. That one tweet from MK saying on 14th he's going to arrest all women without Nyash overshadows all the other topics. For example, like now, people are discussing the mess in NRM. You understand? Everybody is bothered by the mess in NRM. How do people fight for money, blah, 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 blah. Everybody is bothered. That's when that's when MK tells you that all women without Nyash on the 14th will be arrested. Then we start discussing Nyash because he knows the majority of the young population here does not want to discuss complicated political issues. They will all rush and discuss Nyash.
And you are proud with the Nyash. Now they are proud with the Nyash general now.
And now they are putting Nyash, left Nyash, right Nyash, smaller one, slanting like that. So by the time
now we are discussing the son also having been
by the time we stop discussing Nyash, the opportunity to discuss the real issues of the NRM elections will be passed. It is deliberate. I understand it. I enjoy it. I love it.
And you still consider yourself a son. You see that title that you have, you must match the title.
With
what you're doing.
My character. My character is straight.
Now people see you with the Nyash general.
My
Here
character
posting
is
Nyash,
straight. They
posting
can
this
make allegations, but nobody has wrong information about me. They only suspect and make allegations. I am a straightforward man. If politics is not my trade, I will leave it.
If I may ask, so let's leave, all that happened. You have, too many consider you for having sold your soul. You have entered the bus, closed yourself there in a burning and a DMC bus. You go to primaries. I think some people were even considering them, given the violence, they were now secondaries, not even simply primaries. Or universities. So
that is a new one.
You participated in the NRM secondaries, for lack of another word, because of the violence and to mention it. And you were busy dishing out money.
Yes.
Then, precisely, why were you even giving out money?
Because we had an option. We have been holding meetings during campaigns. When you hold the meetings, you cook for the people. Rice and the rest. So there came a wave of allegations in Busoga that politicians do dirty things with the food. And they will tell others, they say that for us we go to witchcraft. And when we go to witchcraft, they tell us to put urine, juju, and juju including stuff like urine, or even poo-poo, that we dry poo-poo and mix it in the what? The food to have as a way of getting people. So people started detesting eating food in those rallies. Now we said, fine, it is safer. If it must work like that, we'll give them money.
Hard cash.
Now first, in giving hard cash, the first method was you give an agent.
Yeah, to distribute.
To distribute. Then the complaint came and said, you people, when you give people money, money does not want, that does not reach us because these agents eat it. So me, I go to a rally in Bukonde and they tell us to gavide. Then as I want to gather, the women say, and separate, they are the ones to give us what to do. Separate for women and men. And we did that. And they lined up.
And you happy with
and
your party?
And we gave them money.
With your party. Remember, the Simon I know was anti-monetization of politics.
Did the party
now the Simon,
me to give out
now the
money?
Simon we have is literally promoting this broad daylight.
Did the party give me money?
You even came back with some bit of balance.
Did the party give me money?
Who knows?
The party didn't. So the party had no right whatsoever to tell me how to use my money.
But the fundamental principles are say no to voter bribery. Now for you, you are rather doing the opposite.
I not bribe. If it was a bribe, I would have won.
Did you have let?
Use
Did
your
you have,
brain.
Did you have let?
If that man was an influence for voting, I would have won.
But maybe he beat you by the sums he distributed.
That I don't know. But I know that if money was to influence, I would be the winner.
Simon,
It was money to give people refreshments, transport back to their places, food and others. If money was the thing, I would actually be the MP.
Simon, of let you sound
Do you
like.
know I have the more money than any contestant?
Simon, of let you sound like a lawyer. That's how you want to defend everything.
No.
And I will not.
Voter bribery itself is bad. It is bad outright.
But that's some bit of an ingredient of voter bribery.
It is bad, but we cannot correct from the top. If we want to correct, we must now go back to the system and overhaul it. Now, how do we do? Do we go with you who are standing on the side and laughing scornfully? Or do we rely on us who are within to say, banange batusekerera, we are getting ashamed. Can we correct this from within? That's the difference. But I agree that voter bribery is bad. Very, very bad. Worst among what I have observed is the people's now lack of patience to listen to issues. Stand there, hey, we know you, Muyanga Lutaaya, tukumaite, webale kuiza, ababe tukuboine kutwalira. We have seen you will eat. So meaning don't explain any nonsense. Pay us, go. In
a minute or two, what lessons do you learn from your primaries in particular that you participated in?
One, I've said one lesson, keep no longer listening to issues. Number two.
Second, whom do you blame it to, in your view?
All of us, because it's progressive. It has been growing all over.
Does that go with a specific age or no matter?
Yeah.
Who are the most affected?
You're right. The age between 24 to 45 is noisy, rowdy, impatient. They don't want to listen. But when you come to the age of 45 up, and you're talking about issues of taxes, roads, hospitals, I think because they know that they are now holding large families and they have gone through the experiences of hospital. Because at 45, they have gone through all experiences of tax, of prison, of market, of prices, of school fees, of everything. Those ones want to listen. But because they are fewer, the noise from these ones, the X category, overwhelms them. And they say, ekikulu abavubuka bano oyenda kuwulira musaada byako babalekana bulekane. And they say, wena tuwalere. And the business ends, distribute them money,
run away.
Kuja, kwenda.
And you see, what hurts me is that you now, we can't bring you back or force you to go back where you were, but you are now literally joining, in fact you have joined the very people that to the public's view made that society, created that society 40 years down the road.
Yeah, I work for the truth.
And sadly, you're also coming back, like you use the word, kutembeta the sun, also to add extra 40.
If you don't want to know, we don't talk about the sun. Like, for example, you know Ugandans are very funny. Now, where was the sun in this? Where was the Muhoozi in this?
Have you seen most of, like recently where he said that all the candidates, he sees one person, the rest, did he call them cartoons or something?
Yes. That's his opinion.
Do you get time to talk to him and say, you have crossed the line?
His father, would we call his father a cartoon? He intended to say these are presidential cartoons. He only fell short because the other is a father. He wanted to tell us that, these are cartoons. But if he had his father, he would have said it. True, that's his view. But let me tell you.
If any other Ugandan called him a cartoon, would that person sleep home?
No, call him. Who?
Muhoozi
is a cartoon.
Can someone write that?
Let me tell you.
Anyway, you will say them because it's your birthday, but for me I can't say them. Would someone
drawing cartoon is a profession?
Would someone tweet and say, so and so is a buffoon, is this?
Do you know that Dr. Spire eats from drawing cartoons? And do you know that every time Dr. Spire Sentong looks at you, he looks at you as a cartoon?
He's an exceptional.
Even if he sat here for 5 minutes, he would have drawn your cartoon. So what's wrong with it? Everybody is a cartoon depending on who.
Viewers,
is
before we even close, in our next few minutes to close, I am still wondering what happened to Sir Simon.
You opinionated. Yeah, I'm not. You're opinionated.
So where do you see Uganda, of course, in these coming elections? The opposition and your party where you belong.
I have faith in the coming elections.
That what?
One, that they will not be violent.
Are you sure?
Number two,
What
that the quality,
what informs your opinion?
over time, you know,
With
you are
the
young.
violence already tested in your primaries.
The wrong thing with these party primaries was that the elections shifted from the hands of the arbiter to the hands of the voter. They shifted from the hands of the electoral commission to the hands of the contestants. That cannot happen with the Abakama's election.
By God's grace, we shall invite you, and then you substantiate
No, I'll be there.
about your prophecy.
I'm going to participate.
Who do you think is?
I'm going to participate in this election as an independent person.
I know you don't like. Okay, do we say you don't like the other people? Okay, you disagree with them. How best do you think they would organize? Or you're going to say, I don't give a damn. Why should I even advise them to organize against me?
No, I would love to. An alternative opposition.
How best do you think? Yeah.
An alternative position is good for our country. You understand? If we're well organized. For example, if our friends reduce to greed, greed, and realize that not everybody can be a party president. Because that's now the way, if everyone wants to be called a party president. So Munyagwa, party president.
Stacia.
Party president.
Sereko.
Party president.
Your mama, Kaygulanyi.
Party president. Jima Akena, party president.
Don't mention him.
Yoweri Museveni, party president.
Geno Muntu,
party president. Party president. Now, everybody, they feel nobody wants to work under another. They think only them should be on the front line to work. Now,
how best can they?
I want to say that they have betrayed the masses. Let me say, down there
just like you have betrayed them, because when they convince people, you are running away. So how will they gather numbers when Simon, a once flag bearer, vision bearer, that I want to be like Simon, and you're running away?
I stood before them twice with good ideas and they rejected me. Did I win?
Okay, with your NRM.
So, the opposition should first of all reduce greed, ego, accept to work together. They can only change government if they work together. Until they agree that they only have to work together, they're just wasting people's time. There is true opposition in the masses. When you go down the masses, the people want change. The only difference is that they do not know the change they want. They only want one thing. I'm 7 years and we the whole choir.
They're lying. They're not lying.
But when you ask them that, because Okwaba in my tribe means go. So when you ask them, what next? Nobody has a plan. One time I asked them in the wind and said, but you're 7 Marokwaba. Actually, sorting, that let him go. We shall sort ourselves, let him go. We cannot let the country degenerate like that.
Comrades, ladies and gentlemen, Sir Simon Muyanga Lutaaya is rich in both history and the present. About the future, not too much, because because yeah, for sure. About the future, none of us is taller enough like a giraffe to see.
I'm actually working on the future.
No, I mean, politically, none of us is tall enough to tell what is there tomorrow.
Muhoozi are working on the future.
Catch you.
So for you, if you don't know it, Museveni knows it. That's why in 1980, he knew he wanted to be president, 79.
Yeah. He
goes to the Frelimos and starts connecting. Today is the president. You can know the future.
Okay. We have been with Sir Simon Muyanga Lutaaya. The converted, I don't know which other word, but of course we shall have some other discussion on a longer discussion, rather debate.
No,
because
man,
this one
I
is
see
very
the
precise.
pain you have. You know, you miss me. You loved me, you admired me. We are together. You say you should belong there.
Sadly, I will not follow you in your bus. You first have your bus.
You be there, but I can't also work with your scavengers.
Catch you some other time. I sign out.
The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.